What's up? What's good? What's poppin'? What's cracking? What's percolating? What is really good in the hood? This is your man Theo Butler, my man Troy, and my man Marlo, and welcome to Fat Mouth Sports. Spend some time with us, with
Well, I got some bad news for you.
What happened?
You know me, I always do some reflective thinking. I always like to think about the conversations that I have because I understand even though I feel like I could be right, I could still be wrong.
Yeah.
Tom Brady is not the greatest quarterback that ever played the game. Yeah, he's actually number 3 on my list.
Well, that's not bad.
You know what I'm saying? And you might not like who he behind.
Oh hell.
You might not like who he behind. I definitely got him behind Joe Montana.
Okay, Joe.
Mm-hmm. And then I got him behind the original TB12.
The original TB12.
Yeah, the original TB12.
Yeah, Bradshaw.
Yeah, and I can open up the show and give proof, data, why he ain't number 1 out of them 3.
I still don't understand how he number 1 over Tom Brady, but we'll go ahead and do the intro.
You don't understand what?
How he better? I'm sorry, not Tom Brady. Excuse me. I don't understand how he better than Warren Moon, but we'll get to that in a second. We'll go ahead.
You know what? You're right though, because we keep this. You know what it is? We don't show Warren Moon the love he should get because of the CFL stigma. That's what it is. But when we think about it, it's a wider field. It's a longer field. I got one less down to make it do what it do. How many rings Warren got?
Yeah, 5.
How many losses he got?
0.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put him on. I'm gonna have to put him ahead of that other dude. I'll get mad about that one.
Let me go ahead and start. We do this. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen, for this late night edition of Gathering of Old Men podcast.
Ow!
We are jumping in right into the discussion, continuing the quarterback discussion from last week. Marlo was not here, missed some great commentary on strip club food etiquette, and apparently I got socially profiled at Hotel Derek. But that's neither here nor there.
Is it a such thing as strip club food etiquette?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah. You cannot go into a strip club that specializes in seafood.
Oh no.
Contradictory sense. Some stuff ain't gonna make no sense. Some stuff is gonna go together that shouldn't go together, and it's basically just not gonna be a good experience for those who have come for the food or those who have come for the strippers, because they're gonna get confused as to what they smelling.
So,
that's a good way of putting it.
I'm gonna put this out there again and say I have a problem with there being a special strip club event during Lent. Like, if I need my food and my stripper separate, I definitely need my religion and stripper separate. Like, I just
you don't want the kitty pancakes.
No, I'm good on that. I'm good on that.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna start off by saying, okay. So in case everybody missed it, it kind of went unnoticed. But Florida State had a receiver test positive for COVID.
Yes, they did.
Did. And then the post was taken down because said player posted a letter, basically an open letter to the world saying that there is no transparency at Florida State when it comes to their health and positive tests, and the players are risking their well-being by continuing to play in the conditions that they're in. Now, what everybody should keep in mind is this young man is saying he wants to play. He wants to have a good season. But how can he play and have a good season if is constantly dealing with health issues. So I had been on a mindset that the ACC don't lead in nothing. The Big Ten and the Pac-12 showed their leadership. And I don't even want to say they were ahead of the MAC or they were ahead of the Big East. They were just the biggest group, the biggest two dominoes to fall. And I fully expected learned, educated men. Two conferences that had Duke and Vanderbilt, who have medical schools. Why we not saying, you know what, this ain't safe? Because if it ain't safe in California, it most definitely ain't safe in the SEC where they got Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia.
Louisiana.
And Florida.
Yeah.
These are all hot spots.
I think Paul Feinbaum touched on it. He touched on it pretty good this morning. Get up on ESPN. I was watching that. He said, what we have to look at is this, like too many things in this country has become politicized. And so when we look at government buildings, we got states not even open, but we're so, and we got, there's a school in Georgia. They tried to open it up, had to shut it down. We know why Georgia, schools in the Southeastern Conference, Florida, schools in the ACC are talking about pushing so hard. The governors, which are the arm strength, the mouthpieces for the person that we have in the White House, is pushing for that very same thing. It is utterly irresponsible. If you cannot, watch this, if you cannot guarantee a child's health, and the coaches can't do that under the best conditions. What are we talking about? Concussions? What are we talking about? Paralysis? What are we talking about? The fact that African Americans are at the #1 risk for COVID-19? These are all the things that I'm thinking about. And I love this game. I said this earlier today on my show when I went live. I love football. Football, for the most part, I can make an argument, is my surrogate parent. I remember being 5 years old, looking at this pitch I got on a blue two-piece suit with a red helmet with a white stripe down the middle. I'm holding a football in my hand. I love football. I love living even more. And I think we know there's money involved here. We know that. We don't need to act like that. We know that these coaches are looking at their salary. We know that. We don't need to act like that. Kids talking about playing, kids are kids. Kids don't know what's right, what's wrong for them a lot of times. These kids, a lot of them, such as Justin Fields, as Trevor Lawrence, they looking at the NFL. They need that game film. They think they do. But like I said before, what happens when you are the head coach, the chancellor, or the president that has to write that letter to that parent saying your son just died from COVID-19?
Malo?
I find it funny that they conveniently make it okay to put, let's just put it out there, young Black lives at risk. Because if you look at the game of football and the percent of African American males that are on the field, it is acceptable to put their lives at risk, but you're doing virtual learning on campus. Or even if you do have campus, it ain't like it used to be. I remember a time when I used to have to take a class over at Florida State. They had 130 people in a lecture hall. 130 people with one professor teaching 130 people in a lecture hall.
That ain't changed, Marlo. I was just there a couple of years ago. You need to know that hasn't changed. Over there in that stadium, that ain't changed, brother.
Wow. Now, I get it. It's a money thing, numbers. But
Ply said something today too, man. Lamar Hughes, here in Tallahassee. He was like, man, check out Plies. And I listened to what Plies was saying. And Plies made a very stirring point, too. When George Floyd was murdered, you know, Ahmaud Arbery and everything like that, we were looking for a lot of these coaches to stand up and say something.
Absolutely.
I don't remember Nick Saban saying anything about Black Lives Matter. I damn sure don't remember Scott Frost saying anything about Black Lives Matter. I don't remember, what's his name, Dabo Sweeney saying anything about Black Lives. I don't remember any of this. When we were talking about raising awareness, all I got from Dabo Sweeney as far as social awareness was my kids gonna stand. But I didn't hear anything about these coaches coming back, doing something for these communities that these kids come from. They ain't open their mouth. Now all of a sudden you care. Now all of it, because I ain't hear you say nothing about Black Lives Matter. Now all of a sudden you care about Black Lives. Man, stop.
Well,
Stop.
Clemson, we can't even start talking about Clemson because they're so institutionalized. When the town revolves around your university and you still have slave owners' names on your stadium and on the buildings that these kids are going to school in, and it's okay, and it hadn't been addressed, it's a problem. And that's why, oh yeah, we want to play. We want to play.
Yeah.
I don't understand this because the kids ain't getting paid.
That was something else they talked about. If you're talking about you're having to do all of this, if football has to be played, then you're basically saying these kids are essential workers. And if they are essential workers, they need to be compensated as such. I'm sick of this. I'm tired of this. The hypocrisy of it. At the end of the day, no, you need the people in your stadium get paid. No, if ain't no football going on, ain't nothing going on in Tuscaloosa, Alabama this year.
Absolutely
no, ain't nothing going on. Football at Clemson, ain't nothing going on over there. Bet game. We ain't doing nothing in Athens, Georgia this fall if ain't no football going on. Just like they weren't doing nothing in Cleveland when LeBron left. I get it. It's a loss of revenue. I take that as long as we can save our children.
Yeah.
So Scott Frost, earlier this week, before the Big Ten made their decision to go ahead and cancel the season, Scott Frost said, we're going to lose about $28 million if we don't play football. And that means stuff not going to get paid. Now, for people who don't understand the translation, that means it's going to affect his pockets. Now, being that I'm a Seminole, I'm going to go ahead and say the old corn roll, because that's his new name now, old corn roll, took a 10% pay cut because of COVID before we even started talking about the season. So, of course, he wants to play the season because he is incentivized in saying, hey, if we play the season, I won't have to take further cuts. But it even goes even further. College football, transition, has said, we're going to play without the fans because they can get TV money. Jerry Jones said he is going to play his college football in Texas in a hot spot. I'm sorry, pro football in Texas in a hot spot with fans in the stadium. How do you fix your mouth to say something so irresponsible, so reckless, and you know the demographic that you have, that the majority of them probably won't be wearing masks? So now you have another Tulsa situation where you now have a petri dish and somebody famous is going to die. How many famous people got to die for y'all to get it?
I mean, as long as it ain't them, you don't care, right? I mean, the right famous people aren't dying. Let's put it that way. I mean, the argument could be made, watch this. Herman Cain passed away tragically. What conversation we having if the president had passed? You think everybody put masks on right now? And I'm not wishing that on anybody. But if the president passed away, everybody putting on a mask. If Mike Pence passed away, everybody putting on a mask. Heck, watch this. Let a Fox News analyst pass away. Everybody putting on masks. Here's what we're looking at. First, I want to preface this. I like Scott Frost as a football player. What he did at Nebraska as a quarterback in the option, then going to the NFL and actually transitioning over to strong safety and starting at strong safety for a few years. It ain't too many quarterbacks like hitting, so I'm going to get Tim Tebow. I'm going to give him that one. What he did down there at Central Florida, great job. Some people don't know how to handle success. Some people get arrogant. Some people get cocky. Some people get all in their way. All that boister, all that bravado. He's done what in Nebraska? He talking like he's still at Central Florida. Like they just came off an undefeated season.
Not the case. And sometimes you, like they say, you go looking for that fight, and sometimes you find it. He found that fight in Nebraska. Here's
what Desmond Howard said. I died laughing yesterday, and I'm of the mindset with him saying that the president of the Big Ten is a brother.
He is.
Desmond said what he found to be, and I could kind of tell the way he was talking, like he was going like, I don't believe you'd have said this if this was somebody that looked like you. And so Desmond said if it was him, he'd have called over. Because they said that's what the last president of the Big Ten would have did, because he was the one that kept the Fab Five out for a long, long time. So he was like, it would have been a phone call made. And just like you publicly issued that statement, you would have been publicly issuing your apology. And behind your apology being issued publicly, the Big Ten would have been working on a way to get you out of the Big Ten. I don't really want to say that's what I want to happen. I like Nebraska. I like the history that Nebraska brings to college football. I wish they would have stayed in the Big 12. I'm all for original alignment. That said, sometimes you gotta let people know what you stand for. Scott Frost bumping his gums like that, I feel some type of way about that myself, because he said it with way too much attitude. He said it with way too much attitude, like, no, this what you gonna do. Scott Frost, you the head coach, bro. You ain't the athletic director. You ain't the president. You ain't the chancellor. You ain't the dean. You ain't nobody. You just the head coach. Stay in the head coach's place. Matter of fact, you a head coach that ain't really done anything where you at, so be humble. What Kendrick Lamar said, sit down, be humble. Chill out, bro. Your mouth gonna get Nebraska kicked out the Big Ten. You ain't doing too much at Nebraska. I give you another maybe year and a half, you not producing, you won't be at Nebraska.
Tom Osborne to get rid of him. And
keep playing, bro.
On who still runs Nebraska, it is still Tom Osborne.
Yeah, keep playing, bro. Your mouth, bro. Your mouth. And you're real disrespectful. You're real disrespectful, Cock Frost. Real disrespectful.
So we're going to talk about something that me and Marlo talked about a couple podcasts ago. The Oakland A's and the Houston Astros.
Yes, sir.
Had a little fisticuffs.
Yeah, dust them up.
And
I need that. I need that energy every time I see the Astros.
Yeah, all the smoke.
I need that energy every time I play the Astros.
I want the MLB to, I really want to appreciate y'all for making me smile and feel good, because there should be a fight every time Houston take the field.
Every time. And I don't like violence.
And to those people who was in my DMs talking about I shouldn't be inciting violence amongst little kids, let me clarify. I'm not saying little Johnny should be throwing heaters at little kids' heads. But if your son want to be showboating, pointing to the center field, dancing down the baseline, you got to give him a little cheer music.
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with a kid coming out there and being confident. Now, if he sucks, you need to beam him. Because one thing I know about kids in baseball. First of all, if you suck and you get hit by the ball, you don't want to play no more. All it takes is one good time. You're gonna leave your equipment, glove. You gonna probably get your glove to the person that hit you, and be like, "Hey, this you, dog. I'm good. I don't need no bat. I don't need no ball."
Hey, Marlo. You be like, you know what? Baseball too hard for me. I'm gonna go over here and play football.
Actually, this the only reason why I played baseball because they made me. I wanted to run track anyway.
Hey, you ain't got to worry about something coming at you 90 miles an hour playing football. Listen, and honestly, you can make some life choices in football. You be like, you know what? I'm gonna look like I tried to tackle him.
Yeah, Deion did it. Deion made a career out of it in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, you can't do that with no baseball coming your way. Oh Lord.
And I'm gonna say this. I am not saying that little kids need to get out there and get hit or throw or none of that. I ain't saying that.
But what we are saying is there needs to be a fight every time the Houston Astros get on the field. There needs to be a fight. We're not talking about little Pee Wee Houston Astros. We're not talking about Pop Warner Houston Astros. We're not talking about the Houston Astros little 12-year-old Johnny played for or the high school team. No, we're talking about the Major League Baseball team, known as, we're talking about the Houston Astros that's playing for the Can't Get Right League. It needs to be a fight every time they step on the field. Every time. Wow. They need to know. Like, as soon as you come on the field, like, just drop your gloves, cuz. Put your set up.
Y'all went out your way to make sure that y'all are not endorsing little kids fighting, and I get off.
No, not at all. Not at all. But the adults, the Houston Astros, the grown folks.
If Ash is playing Little League Baseball and you throw at Ash's head, please understand that's my child, and you might want to run. Because he's going to have the bat in his hand with bad intentions.
Oh, I don't think you need to let your child play baseball now. You might need to take up a less contact sport, checkers, chess.
Teach him how to play basketball so he can be the next MJ. I was going to say LBJ, but I ain't want you getting mad at me because I like you, Troy. I ain't want you thinking I insulted Ash by calling him the next LeBron James. So, teach him how to play basketball, Troy.
Speaking of basketball, all right, so I had talked about the Portland Trail Blazers, and they have been smoking coming into the game right now. Apparently, they don't want to play no defense because they're losing 97-104 right now. And who is this? They are losing to the Brooklyn Nets.
Hold up, man. Hold up. You're not finna do that, man. Shout out to the Brooklyn Nets, man. Shout out. Come on now. Don't do that.
Listen.
Shout out to the BK. Don't do that. Don't do that now. Don't do that.
Next year, the Brooklyn Nets are going to be there fighting.
Is this? I think Melo playing defense and getting rebounds. If you don't beat Brooklyn and get into the playoffs, because they got to beat Brooklyn. If you don't beat Brooklyn, who basically playing one hand behind their back.
No. Two hands. Brooklyn,
two hands. Hold up. First of all, y'all know basketball originated up north, New York, Rucker Park. So don't be disrespecting the Brooklyn Nets like that. That's low-key my basketball team.
Oh, my God.
Brooklyn Nets got two nuns playing on the team. That's the sixth man. What are you talking about?
And the only reason Troy is hot right now is because he has a man crush on Carmelo Anthony. That is the only reason why this is even relevant.
So, anybody that's new to the podcast, Theo and Marlo in repetitive weeks have rolled me under the bus on several occasions. Theo with the whole ladies of the night comment. Marlo with the whole how you know.
You once said that was a 5-star restaurant last week. I didn't know. You said that was a 5-star restaurant. We come to find out that's where the ladies of the night go eat at. You say they got good food. I'm thinking you're a frequent visitor there because you can tell me about the good food. You know, I didn't know that there's
Wait
another
a
reason why you was
minute.
going. I
What
didn't know
did
there
I
was another
miss?
reason why you was going.
What did I miss? Because I don't remember the ladies of the night going to the restaurant.
Oh man, there's this 5-star club.
No, it's a hotel in
There's this
Houston.
5-star club. There's this 5-star restaurant in Texas that Troy was going to frequently.
Jesus.
He was bragging about the food, but it took an actual Houston resident to let it be known that that's not a 5-star restaurant. That's a restaurant where the ladies of the evening go to eat.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And good food, good conversation. You know what I'm saying? I can understand why Troy go there a lot. I can understand that. From what he told me, they got some good hot wings there.
Oh.
That's what we do.
Wait a minute.
I ain't never say nothing about no hot wings.
I'm not just finna let y'all do that. 5-star and hot wings?
That's what we told him last week, Marlo. This dude was trying to talk about that 5-star restaurant sell hot wings. And me and I'm like, no, we don't think hot wings on the 5-star menu.
No.
And that's when he doubled down and talked about that place in Houston. Marlo, that's when he talked about that place in Houston. And that's when he got his feelings hurt. Like, no, bro. That ain't no 5-star.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I'm listening.
Anyway, we oh my God, y'all kill me. So
no, you did that.
Did that. I ain't even bring that up. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of trying to let you be great.
So Theo, your running back Connor say that even though he had cancer, his immune system is fine and he never considered sitting out. Now, as a cancer survivor, hey Troy, we're gonna play in this COVID situation. You gonna play? No. I'm at risk. I'm exposed. Go ahead, Theo.
Ryan Clark had one time to get sick at Mile High Stadium, and he never made that game. He never made that trip again. When it did regular season game, preseason game, playoff game, Ryan Clark was not going to Mile High Stadium. Sickle cell. Coach wasn't gonna put him in danger like that. I'm sorry. James Conner ain't even played a complete season. Not one. I said it before, I say it again. Man, God, like I get it. Like on some real, I'm probably one of the few people in the continental United States still play NCAA 14 on their PlayStation 3. I'm probably one of the few people in the continental United States of America that own that PlayStation 3. They have every damn uniform that's on there downloaded. I get it. I want Madden 21 just to see what the Washington franchise look like. And now they got a 5-on-5 backyard thing going on. I play 7-on-7 flag. It's looking like it's more. I get it. But the last thing I want to do in the morning time is wake up dead. I'm sorry. What? We wake up. When you're breathing like this, because it messes with your ability to breathe, right? So you want to be sitting there going, you already a cancer survivor, bro. I get it. You want to play? Sit down. You should sit down. If don't nobody else sit down, you should sit down.
That's when the doctors need to come in and be like, look, you aren't cleared to play. Something happened to you from this activity. Not only is the franchise liable, but my medical license is liable because I cleared you to play. Knowing all the facts.
Y'all want to know something? This is really blowing my mind right here. There are people that you literally thought were intelligent, critical thinkers, who wear masks themselves when they step outside the door. People who have played the game. Now, Marlo, Troy, I'm gonna let y'all speak for me on this one because y'all have seen more when it comes to these sports venues than I have. Where these dudes taking showers at?
Yeah.
How far the line? How far? Because see, I played football. It's been a minute since I've been out there, and I haven't been blessed to have a backstage pass to be able to go in the locker rooms and see the players and everything like that. I have seen them on TV though. Now, here's the question that I'm gonna ask. Y'all know more so than I do. I need somebody to help me out on this one. When I played football, after the game was over with, we took a shower. It was like this one thing come down from the top of the ceiling, kind of round, had multiple shower heads on it, and we all got like this and got in there and make it do what it do. Can somebody please tell me what the shower facilities look like in these stadiums right now for these players? Because I already know when they getting dressed, they ain't practicing 6 feet when they get dressed.
Nope.
And considering it's a 52-man roster, it ain't that many damn lockers to be talking about social distancing. So just for me, can somebody tell me, because this is applicable to college and professional football as well, can somebody please tell me when these young men take showers, do they have individual shower stalls or do they have group showers?
It is, from my understanding, still, last time I checked, group showers.
Oh, okay.
And even in the bigger stadiums like the Lightning, even though it's down the wall and it's separate, they're not really stalled, the separate shower.
Oh, I ain't talking about the Lightning. I'm talking about the football teams. I'm talking about the football.
Yeah, it's still.
Okay, well, watch this. I don't understand how rational, grown behind men with sons who know this. We know this. We know when we get finished playing, we are sweating, nose running, and everything. I'm sorry, ain't that one of the damn things we talking about with this? Some of us are cough just to be coughing. You ain't got to have a cold or nothing. We coughing, tired, water throat, something caught in the throat. We just coughing. Ain't got nothing to do with a corona. Nothing. But I'm sorry, ain't that what we talking about? Ain't that what we talking about? So before I even put on my damn clothes, I'm already putting myself in a petri dish, as you said, Troy, a petri dish situation. And then after I finish doing this, I'm finna go sit down at my locker where I'm practicing no social distancing whatsoever. I got cologne that I got going on. I'm talking in everybody's face, probably not wearing no damn mask whatsoever, probably brushing my teeth, maybe brushing my teeth, put some good up. We too damn close. We know this, but I'm literally looking at grown men who act like they can't go a damn day without some football. That they're making the same damn dumb mistake somebody would make when they go to damn Crystal Lake to go see if Jason's still there. You know Jason's still there. What you? Don't make no sense, bro.
All right, fellas. So I'm gonna go ahead and have my petty moment. Adam Silver. Who the fuck you think you is? If I want to bring an Instagram model to the bubble, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing.
Hey!
Coming in. I done flew her out. You gonna let her in. Don't tell me about, well, if you don't have no no, bro. I met her on Instagram. That's my previous relationship. Let her in. I don't want to hear. That's my moment.
I'm with Adam Silver on this one.
I'll
tell you why later. Go ahead, Marlo.
I'm so with Adam Silver on this one. First of all, she an Instagram model. Like, dude, you are a multi-millionaire. Even if you don't even get buckets, you at least making a meal. So you can't wait a month to you ain't gotta fly nowhere. You can move, you can buy a house next to her if you wanted to. And y'all can move in together. But while you at work, because that's what they're doing. They can say they playing, I'm playing a game. No, nigga, you at work. And these are the rules of your employment. So if you want to do something that stupid as to try to sneak somebody in the hotel, first of all, this is Disney. Y'all think Disney, the mouse don't have security? Half of the Orange County Sheriff Department, Disney isn't even in Orange County. But half of the damn officers are down there every day.
Well,
patrolling Disney. And they have their own police force. So first of all, you thought you were sneaking? You ain't got no car to go get her. So somebody had to get her to even go to the hotel.
Marlo, I agree with you and Adam Silver just for a whole different reason. You ready?
I'm ready.
She's an Instagram model. Probably got an OnlyFans page. Bro, you should have hooked this up a long time ago. You should have been known this was what you want this be with you this long. Bro, it ain't like we look at these IG models on. It ain't like you looking at them and you be like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna hold off for about 2-3 weeks. You in the bubble. This is the perfect time to cut up. This is a field trip. If she looked like how she looked and that's how she wanted, you should have hollered at Adam Silver before we even got to the bubble. Y'all should have fought for this. Y'all should have had this written in right. Listen, y'all should have, look, Adam, I'm guaranteed, bro. I'm coming in here. I'm being here for some months, but I got to have me something with me, bro. I ain't finna be in here dolo loso like that. No. I need to be able to listen, bro. Listen. When the game over with, Adam, stop tripping. They been had time to get this panned out. No, now you trying to sneak. You a grown man. You shouldn't sneak nothing. You knew you was gonna have needs before you got in the bubble. You've been looking at this IG model. You've been following her on her OnlyFans page for the longest. You've been wanting to get with this. You should have made sure this was locked up. Now the season and kicked off and everything. We did 2-3 weeks into some games. Now you want to bring her on. What she done did to make you want to bring her on now? Why she wasn't good enough for you to bring her in before we all got this started? Troy, we both went to Florida State. We're older men now. But we were both young once. And we were both out here in these streets. Troy, you know dadgum good and well. When you got a little bit of cash saved to your name, Troy, you was the treasurer. I was the vice president. Troy, that come with something. They on a field trip. They notice what they got going on. There was no reason for Lou Will to be sneaking out the Magic City to go get some wing. Lou know what he went for. Lou should have had that dancer with him. This should have already been signed off on. She should have had her little badge on and everything like that. She should have been considered an essential worker.
So, in other news, Kemar Silveran for the Seattle Seahawks has been cut.
Before you go there. No. Before you go there, because I think it's pertinent. I think we need to climb these cats every time we talk. Can somebody please tell me why Michael Irvin think the Dallas Cowboys with who the boy they picked up? Who the boy they picked up?
CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb. He literally said the Cowboys getting CeeDee Lamb is like the Golden State Warriors 73-19 getting Kevin Durant. Didn't Michael Irvin stop taking drugs?
He said he did.
Didn't he stop? Wasn't it like some 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 step program or something like that? Okay.
Anyway.
No, don't know anyway. They finished 8-8 last year, and Michael Irvin says this foolishness. The playmaker. Because I just gave Mike props last week for pushing off on people when he go deep. Now he make me look bad when he say stuff like this. I can't even say Michael Irvin know what he talking about now. CeeDee Lamb is Kevin Durant. CeeDee Lamb is Kevin Durant. CeeDee Lamb. And the 8-8 Cowboys, that's the 73-9 Golden State Warriors. So the 8-8 Cowboys went to the Super Bowl last year but lost.
CeeDee Lamb wasn't even the best receiver on his team. Dude, we picked up Henry Ruggs with that 4.28.
Somebody need to check the medication that Michael Irvin is taking. I think they putting some of his testosterone replacement booster. They need to check that out. What they got going on. CeeDee Lamb, Kevin Durant, 8-8, 73-9. Did the Cowboys go to the Super Bowl last year? Did I miss that? They went this year and they lost?
No.
The Cowboys
okay.
went to a wild card game.
That ain't what he's saying. He's saying they went to the championship game and lost. And CeeDee Lamb is that dude that ain't never lost a college championship. I don't know. I don't know.
You know what? She ain't here to defend her team. She out of town. But next week, we will give Mary Beth a call and discuss one Michael Irvin that she didn't want me to talk about Michael Irvin. But unfortunately, Mary Beth, he did this to himself.
For no reason.
These jokes write themselves. We literally just have to just deliver them. Because this was just unnecessary. But come on, Theo. Kevon Silveran got cut because he was sneaking to work into the team hotel during training camp.
Come again and say what?
Yeah.
He was sneaking what?
He was sneaking to work in. He was sneaking the little chick in. And he got cut.
First of all, again, this is another situation where you have to see, you got to have a pull-up pal. Everybody. I think while they were in their restricted areas, they should have allowed at least one pull-up pal. Somebody just to be that angel on your shoulder and be like, nah.
That's what I said. That's exactly what I said. Who is
this? You lose your entire career this year, if it even is.
He didn't lose his career. They want to cut that dude. He ain't lose his career. Y'all start that. Start that.
No.
You think they cut LeBron James?
First of all,
you think I'm just no for real. You think they'd cut James Harden?
Probably not cut him.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's like we don't need to sit back and say no. They want to get rid of this dude. You know what I'm saying? He probably was like, I don't give a damn. I ain't getting no PT time or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Now, I'm not. I'm just saying, come on, man. Did he bring somebody in? Okay, well, damn, Lou Will left. They ain't cut Lou Will. They let Lou Will come in the quarantine, so they could have did the same thing with dude. But it just wasn't good enough for them to keep around.
I think it's deeper than rap because they haven't even gotten to the point to where they can showcase any of their talents, whether they can help or hurt the team.
Well, I mean, if you one of them cats that don't care, I'm just looking at it like this. We know if he was that dude, they would not have cut him. They cut him. They just wanted to cut him. You know, he just happened to provide them with the best excuse to cut him.
I don't think those other guys you named will have a problem like that because they know what their contract value were. And there are clauses in their contract. Like if you look at Patrick Mahomes' contract, he can't even play golf. He can't even ride a bicycle.
Yeah.
For 10 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if he out there, hey, girl, get on this bicycle, let me sneak you in. Uh-oh. We can get this money back, y'all. and we don't even know if that was the situation.
So we're at football camp, right? We're at football camp, right?
Brooklyn.
What'd you say, Troy?
I don't understand. Give Carmelo the ball and everybody else get the hell out the way. This is getting on.
You ain't even finished. You ain't even finished. We'll come back to you. Anyway, what I'm saying is this, is that Marlon, expectations. Why are we playing? Why are we even entertaining the idea of football at this particular point in time?
This gonna happen.
Because the human urges ain't going nowhere just because we got COVID-19. So at the end of the day, he got to sneak somebody in. But why does he have to sneak somebody in? Let's be perfectly clear. Why is he having to sneak somebody in? Why is he having to sneak somebody in? Answer that question. If we can answer that question, then we got to ask the next question. Why are we even practicing right now?
Yeah.
That's it in a nutshell. We're taking these precautions right now because of the pandemic that we find ourselves in. We talk about we want to play football, but as so many others have alluded to, the people who don't want to wear masks and who are bitching about wearing masks are the reason why we're finding ourselves in this situation of can we or can't we? Should we or shouldn't we? If football meant that much to, okay, watch this. Cool dude, yeah, my city and everything like that. He didn't understand why, people be in their cars with the mask on, why people be standing around outside just chewing the fat with the mask on. And, it's one of them things where we say stuff as if we want to make fun of somebody or slam somebody for doing something. At the end of the day, what is that doing? If I'm in my car with my mask on, how is that inconveniencing you? If anything, if I'm symptomatic or asymptomatic, that means I'm literally cutting down on the chances of me contracting it or giving it somebody else from the time I walk out of my door to the time I walk back into my door. We know this. We know this. Why are we talking about playing football?
Yeah, I'm telling you, the season's gonna happen. First of all, you can't recruit a stadium full of people spending, hell, on average, probably per game is somewhere close to $75 to $100 a person, and that's a modest estimate. You got 45,000 people. That's a lot of money. That's outside of ticket costs.
Now watch this. Not NASCAR, but I know Indy was holding virtual races.
Mm-hmm.
Virtual races. Now I thought about this and I just kind of threw it off to the side. But I said to myself, I said, people are so worried about football and everything else. And I said, it's me. I could be wrong. Hey, it's me. But I'm thinking, what would be nice at this particular point in time is if Tom Brady knew how to play that damn video game. We're going to hand out 11 joysticks. 11 to the Patriots on offense, 11 to the Patriots on defense, 11 to whoever you playing against. I'm sorry, this would be the Buccaneers against the Patriots. So we hand them out to Cam Newton. And guess what? You only controlling your player. You only controlling your player. Come off the line. Guess what? We got a stadium full. We ain't got to worry about practicing 6 feet distance in. You in your living room. You in your living room. Look, these are the plays right here. Bill, send the plays to Cam. They gonna come on the TV screen. Cam, look at the plays. Pick what you want. Look at the defense. Check out of it. I hope your center got what you need. Everybody control their own player. If you the center, you only controlling the center. Get beat if you want to. It's on you. That sounds stupid as hell. That sounds stupid, don't it? Don't that sound stupid? That sounds like stupid as them walking out there playing.
So I hate doing this topic because I sometimes Skip Bayless put me in positions that I really don't want to be in.
You got to defend LeBron James.
I don't want to be in.
You got to defend
Skip. I'm sorry, not Skip Bayless. That other idiot, Colin Cowherd, tried to say that Dame is on Allen Iverson level. I'm sorry, in 3 years, he will be on the level of Allen Iverson. And so before we go any further, I just want to point out, pound for pound, Isaiah is the greatest basketball player to ever, the greatest small basketball player to ever play the game. Pound for pound. I would probably say AI is next with maybe Tiny Archibald third, but again, I'm speaking on somebody who did not see Tiny, so Tiny could be better than AI. I did not see him.
Tiny was nice now. Tiny was nice.
So, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I was in my feelings because, you know, I had the shoes back in the day. You know, I had the answers when I was playing.
You did. We went to
If
Foot
they
Locker.
want to give me 10 points, I put on the answers.
Hey, you went to Foot Locker. You got the answers. I got the gloves and the Jordans. But yeah, I remember that. Yeah, we both went to Foot Locker.
So you're not just gonna start talking about AI like he ain't royalty. We just not gonna do that. And as much as I like Dame, and as much as it's cute to watch him bank, shot, and bounce 20-foot in the air jumpers from the parking lot, that's all cool. But AI teams were competitive. AI teams, except for when he was in, well, even in Denver, they were in the playoff hunts. They looked like they could do something, make some noise. Until this year, none of damn teams would have ever made any noise. And, oh boy.
They sent somebody home in the playoffs last year. Like,
I feel like, it is.
They sent somebody home last year. Like,
Dame Dollar is the Matt Ryan of basketball.
but didn't he kiss it? Yeah, he sent Oklahoma City home. He said, yeah, I can't let you really do that one. I'm gonna agree and disagree with you. I'm gonna agree and disagree with you because first of all, I'm not gonna act like Dame ain't been Dame because I just had to remember that kiss he sent to Oklahoma City. So yeah, he didn't did that. I ain't gonna let you do that. But as far as him, my family coming in. As far as him being Damon, as far as him being on Allen Iverson's level, no. Allen Iverson, y'all see the family in the background, there's much love right there. Allen Iverson, who was the second best player on that team when they went to the championship finals against the Lakers?
Oh, you know what? I was about to say Snow, but it ain't even Snow. It might be Dikembe.
So, I'm going to sit here and say that Dame, along with C.J. McCollum, Dame had a better shooting teammate. Like, he's got somebody that's going to get buckets with him. So, I'm not going to say that until I see Dame in the finals. I got to see Dame in the finals. I think that's a little bit premature for Colin to be saying that. Just don't get caught up on the 61 because, I mean, you know, scores do that sometimes. They, you know, damn, he act like he ain't seen Clay do it, Steph do it, LeBron do it.
Come on, CJ.
You know, I mean, let's not do that. He ain't the only one that went for 60. That said, let him get to the finals first. Then we can talk. Because I know when the Lakers played the Philadelphia 76ers in the finals, everybody was scared of Allen Iverson. Nobody want that smoke. Nobody. And he was looking for everybody. Shaq could have got it. Kobe could have got it. Derek Fish did get it. I forget the poor brother he stepped over. Lord Jesus have mercy. He got it too. Tyronn Lue, I'm sorry. Y'all look that video. Tyronn Lue looked a whole lot different with the Lakers. Tyronn looked like he was born to be a coach. Nobody thought Tyronn Lue was gonna be a coach when he was in the NBA. Y'all look at Tyronn Lue. But anyway, yeah. No, everybody was scared.
Are you trying to say that Tyronn Lue is basically the Doc Rivers of the Lakers?
No, I don't want to say that because Tyronn Lue had some open looks and couldn't knock him down. I'm not gonna say that. But at the end of the day, I saw Allen Iverson, barely 6 feet tall, terrorize a whole team from LA. A whole team for like what, 4-5 games straight?
Yeah. They were the only team to get a win against the Lakers in the playoffs. And the Lakers played Tim Duncan.
Yeah. I ain't seen Dame. I have not seen Dame. When Dame do that, we'll chop it up then. Until then, nope, I'm good.
We're in the playoffs, baby. We're in the playoffs.
Oh, y'all beat Brooklyn?
Yeah. So, all right.
Dude, the team you're rooting for
be honest.
is in freaking Portland, Oregon.
I just gotta be honest. Travis LeVert gave Gary Trent Jr. that work.
Oh yeah, he for real. Oh yeah, he for real. He for real. He for real.
Y'all talking about Kyrie and y'all talking about Kevin Durant. They got a third scorer that they kept on purpose.
Listen,
give people that work.
Listen, he for real. What's the other dude? I don't know if the other dude got. He a point guard. The point guard. What's the point guard for the He's 6'6". Point guard for the Brooklyn Nets.
I can't
let him go already.
Top of my head. I'm looking at the team. You know, everybody look good. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna say this because I'm a Portland fan and I can say this. So, guy is the biggest waste of talent I've seen. No, he ain't even on Dwight Howard level. He's just big and sorry for no reason.
Who?
Hassan Whiteside.
Oh my God!
If you a 7 footer and Pat, listen, if Pat Riley run you out of town and you a 7 footer,
I just saw something. I gotta break in. Out of these two, I'm gonna give y'all two tight ends. Who y'all think should make more money? George Kittles,
Travis Kelce,
or Kelsey?
Travis Kelce.
Kittles just got 5 years, $75 million, $40 million guaranteed. Kelsey just got $52 million, 4 years, and 26 guaranteed.
He gave him a hometown discount. Him and Watkins, they took lower deals because they want to keep the team together.
That's about the craziest thing I've seen in my entire life.
Yeah,
I actually like it. I actually like it. And I spend it for it to you. Let's talk about my boys, because you know I like to run them down every chance I get. So say when Le'Veon Bell was running his mouth, I like Le'Veon Bell. Antonio Brown running his mouth, Ben Roethlisberger running his mouth. Bro, there was no reason why, like, for that 3-year period, they never appeared in the Super Bowl. Everybody wanted money. And see, with Le'Veon, because see, I said this before he got traded to New York. So his lack of money is all on him. He need to fire his agent. I'm going to tell him straight to his face, Le'Veon, you should have hired me. Watch how he goes. Le'Veon, what they call him? The juice. What was he doing in Pittsburgh? Getting his yard, stutter stepping. What did he have on? 2 different colors. He had on the same pair of gloves, different colors. What did he do? He showed up in a Nike commercial. What would he show up as? He showed up. He wasn't a playable character, but he was a character in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. You got everything going your way at this particular time. All you need to do is keep capitalizing on your money off the field. A la who? Michael Jeffrey Jordan. The blueprint was right there. You wanted to hold the Steelers hostage. Well, guess what, Le'Veon? You got your money. How I look in New York. You're not going to the Hall of Fame.
He not in the
You're
real
not going to
New
win a
York.
Super Bowl ring.
He not in the real New York.
No. Let's talk about it. Antonio Brown ain't going to the Hall of Fame. Antonio Brown ain't finna win no Super Bowl ring. At least Ben can say he got 2. But these cats ain't finna go nowhere because they don't know how to get out their own way. The dude literally showed you how to make your money. Everybody want to talk about LeBron James. How many championships LeBron James got won all the money? How many times he didn't play for some championships? If LeBron James would have just said, I don't want all the money, let's put some of the money off to the side. God knows I make enough money doing everything else. How many rings are we talking about LeBron James got? We ever sit back and think that's why don't nobody want to play with LeBron James? Because he want all the damn money. I ain't taking no paycheck cut. Okay, now you ain't got no shooters. I sure hope it look good to you. Because y'all done dropped by like 4 or 5 in a row. 4 times 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 in a row.
So since you brought them boys up, the other night, and it's just a reoccurring theme that some shooter saved LeBron James' life. This particular shooter is shooting 32% from three, and just so happened to put a shot up over a 7-2 dude, and it went in. Now, Kyle Kuzma's credit, he feeling a little juice. Again, I told y'all, they feeling different in this bubble, even though LA ain't playing like it. These boys feeling different in this bubble, so much so that when the reporter asked him, if you would have thought about Bobo coming at you before you shot the ball, would you still shot it? And his response was, it could have been Jesus in front of me, and I still So I reached out to Jesus, and I asked Jesus, if you closing out on Kyle Kuzma, you think he gonna make that shot? Jesus looked at me and said, I am him, and he is I. So I know what that means. Kyle Kuzma just talking. They've been shell shot, not shooting. It's LeBron James had 26 points. AD had 27 points. I think combined they had like 26 rebounds. And they still needed basically a game-winning shot from your fourth option on the team. Dog, everybody keep talking about it's going to be LA and the Clippers. I'm a little scared to say this, but that first round game against Portland, after they win this play-in stuff, that first round, that ain't guaranteed. And I don't mean to jinx and overlook Devin Booker. I'm not overlooking you. I'm just discussing the Lakers. If the Lakers play Portland, I don't see it being as easy as people think it's gonna be.
Here's my problem with the Lakers and any professional basketball player that's positions 1 through 3. How come you can't hit a 15, 20-foot jumper consistent? Like that is the most pathetic thing in the world to me, to be getting paid that type of money. And a shot that you should have been able to knock down in high school, if not junior high school, you can't knock it down. You're a point guard. How long you been working on your dribble? You can't take nobody off the dribble when you got Anthony Davis and LeBron James on your team, because I know who's drawing the double team. That means when somebody kick it out, what you doing? Because I remember reading stories about Ray Allen and Mike Miller when they were with the Miami Heat, staying after hours. Them and Popeye Jones staying after hours, putting in work, coming in before hours, putting in work. It forced LeBron James, it forced Chris Bosh, it forced Dwayne Wade to work on their outside shot. I'm sitting up here looking because I had the same concerns about J.R. Smith. People love to talk about what they want to say about J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith is not a world champion because he's that guy. He's a world champion because he played with LeBron James. And they started talking about, oh, he going to fit great with the Lakers. Great with the Lakers doing what? Hell, I can play defense. That's what we doing. And he play defense sometime.
I haven't seen him that much.
So now when we look at it, watch this. So I got Danny Green. You don't know how to knock down a jump shot? Ain't nobody on you, bruh. Muscle memory. What have you been doing? See, this is when I get in my feelings because, see, I've never had it like that. I've always had to work for it. I didn't know how to catch footballs. I worked on them. Learn the tools of the trade. Oh, Theo, you want to play receiver on this? Okay, you got to learn how to catch. What do we know? Put in the work over the summer. Theo's a good catcher. Then what y'all doing? LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and I got to depend on a 3-point shot from Kyle Kuzma over a 7-footer? Part of this is LeBron James' fault, though, because that's what you wanted.
And again, this goes back to it. If LeBron James ever wanted to shut up the criticism, let me just say this. The game can't be on the line and it's in Kuzma's hands. I'm sorry. Like, I get Kuzma was open. I get, hey, coming off the screen, who you gonna pick up? You gonna pick up LeBron James or you gonna pick up Kyle Kuzma? I get all that. But I remember Jordan shooting over people. I remember just recently Steph Curry shooting over 2-3 people because Devin Booker,
Scottie Pippen,
if you that dude, when the
Chris Cummings, Chuck Persons.
when the
I'm sorry, Terry Cummings.
But I'm gonna let you go because I give LeBron James a hard time. But you know that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna go ahead and say thank you to everybody for coming out, watching the podcast. Like, subscribe, comment. Last week y'all was in y'all feelings because y'all liked Mary Beth. We're gonna get on the show kind of regular. So she will be back. But like, subscribe, comment. Tell us what you like, what you didn't like, so we can work on it to get y'all what y'all want. That's our time. Troy, Theo, Marlo, we out.